Hello, friends. Welcome back to Historically Fashioned. I'm Annie, and today is Friday, March 28th of 2025. So that means it is time for another edition of Friday Sews. Friday Sews, of course, is a hashtag created by the lovely Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, where people talk all about what they have been sewing, maybe recent purchases, and a little bit about what's going on in your life. So, if that sounds interesting, I guess let's just go ahead and dive right in. I once again have notes because without notes, I am a mess. Let's see. Let's start with what I am wearing today. I'm wearing my Bell woven dress by Style Arc. I recently shared this on the channel. This was my mock-up for my Sally Slater dress, and I absolutely love this dress. I had the opportunity to wear it out and about um, uh, earlier this week when it was gorgeous outside. It was like 86 degrees or something. It was a beautiful day, and it was so comfortable to wear. So I am really, really thrilled with this dress, and I know that my Sally Slater is going to also be so great to wear, and I am definitely going to be making more of these. Moving on to what I have actually been sewing. So this week turned out to be way busier than I anticipated. So I did not get much sewing done at all. I really only had one actual day to sit down at the sewing machine, and that was Sunday. So Sunday I did work on my boat neck dress from Gertie. Which book is this from? I have all the books over here. Hold, please. Oh, right. I think the bodice is from Gertie Sews Jiffy Dresses. So it's the boat neck dress, and then the boat neck bodice here. And then I used the side pleated skirt from Gertie's Ultimate Dress Book. Yes, that's where this skirt came from. I have her mostly finished. She needs a hem and a hook and eye closure at the back. However, I am displeased. So this, unfortunately, is what happens when you get too comfortable as a sewist, right? I think I said in my last Friday Sews video when I was talking about starting this dress that I was not worried about it at all because Gertie's pattern block usually fits me and I don't have any issues with them. I had issues. I don't know if it's the combination of bodice and skirt that I put together. I don't know if I traced out maybe the wrong size. I don't know what it is, but I put this all together. Um, and I put the zipper in and I tried it on. And there was another pleat here on the side. And what was happening is the pleat was actually pulling this direction. So it wasn't hanging straight. So I took the skirt off, I reset the skirt, same thing happened. Took the skirt off again, took the pleat out, and now it hangs straight on me. But I have these weird, and you're probably not going to be able to see it here. I have a weird fold in my fabric here on both sides where it's wanting to fold up. It looks like it's too tight, but it's really not. When I put this on, I actually do have room. So by this time, I was super frustrated because, again, I got cocky and I had finished, serged the inside waistline seam. Everything was looking beautiful. My zipper went in perfectly. Everything's lined up perfectly. And then that happened. So I got, as one does after several hours of fiddling with something, I got frustrated and I decided, well, maybe it's doing that because maybe it is just too tight. It just doesn't feel too tight. So I snipped into my seam allowances and that did not fix the problem. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten the bodice a little bit. just because I feel like it is a little too long. My natural waist is a little bit higher. So I think I'm going to shorten that. I'm going to cut off the seam allowance where I had snipped into it on the skirt as well. And then I am going to, I think, just gather this skirt up and see if I can get it to work that way. Because it is wearable. It just, if I put a belt on it, you can't see this, but I just don't, I'm not happy with it. I won't make this pattern again, I don't think. Mostly because I do not actually like the boat neck on me. I don't like the way that feels here across my neck, which is kind of funny because I don't mind like a high Victorian collar. That doesn't bother me at all. But there's just something about where this hits me on my collarbone, and I don't like the way it feels as it rubs there. So, yeah, that's got some work to do on it, but it's going to have to wait. I'm going to have to add it with my Harry Potter dress that's hanging out over here, as a to be continued project, which I normally don't do. I'm normally one of those people that's like, let's start a project, let's finish a project. Um, but I have things that need to get done that I absolutely have to get done within the next week. So, why don't we go ahead and talk about those? Let's move her out of the way so that maybe I have a little bit more room here. Come on. Maybe. Okay. Move her out of the way and let's talk about upcoming plans for this week. So, things I absolutely have to get done. Today is the 28th of March. So Frugal ends on the 31st of March. And I did not finally make my decision on what to do until I think it was Tuesday afternoon. And I frankly just I'm taking the easy way out because I just don't have time. So I have my project here in this bag. Please excuse the rustling and the zipping. I do apologize. I have decided, like I say, to take the easy way out. I'm going to make the Ezra tie waist dress from Tiana's Closet. So it looks like this. It is basically just you have two front pieces, two back pieces, and you have a waist tie and your neck facings, and that is it. That is it. And not only that, but there is a projector file. So I was able to and it's layered. I was just projected it onto my fabric. Not my fabric. I did project it onto paper, traced it out, and then I'm gonna I cut it out a couple days later. So I am I cut out a 3XL in this one. So I actually made these little books. So Tiana's Closet doesn't have, the instructions are all online. So I, just took a screenshot of the picture. I took a, you know, screenshot of the sizes. So as far as she goes, 3XL is for a bust of 43.3 inches or 110 centimeters. Waist of 33 point, well, no, 35.4 inches or 90 centimeters, and a hip of 46.5 inches or 118 centimeters. So I just, copied the size chart, and then copied all the instructions and everything into Word and printed it out, and then made myself a little book. That way I don't have to have the internet up and running when I'm doing it. So yeah, I got that all printed, all cut out, and I'm just making it easy on myself. I have some scraps up here. I am just using just a mid-weight black linen that I had in my stash. Um, and I'm calling that good. I think it will be comfortable to wear in the summertime. I don't have to worry about fit issues, and hopefully I can finish this up in a couple of days and call it good, so I can move on to the more complicated make that I have to get done by Friday. So this coming Friday, is the reception for the exhibit that is on my dad. Now I have already gone and gone to the museum and looked at the exhibit, and it's amazing just to see all of my dad's things there, to hear my dad's voice, to hear him speaking in his language. Um, yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. So the reception is coming up next Friday, and I have to give a little speech. So my dad absolutely adored Betty Boop. So I did find some Betty Boop fabric. It wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but when there's not a lot out there and you need something quickly, you just go ahead and buy what you can. So I found this red what would Betty do fabric at, where did I find this? I found this at Merchant and Mills. No, not Merchant and Mills. Good gracious, what am I talking about? Marshall's Dry Goods is where I found this. And it is just a flannel 45 inches wide. I purchased 6 yards and I think I used 5 for my dress. And I paid, including tax and shipping, I paid $56.44 for this. So I decided for this one, I'm going to go with another charm dress because I do love her patterns. This is another one I haven't yet had a chance to make, so fingers crossed that this one goes well. It is a square neck though, which I get along with much better than a boat neck. So this is the pattern I'm going to use, the night and day dress. This pattern is immense. She says you can make 72 dresses out of this one pattern. There are so many pieces to mix and match. I am going pretty simple. I'm just going to go with a square neck bodice, no collar, short sleeves without cuffs, and a flared skirt. So I've got that all, traced out. I have cut it out here. Um, for Gertie's, I typically in her, charm patterns and in the Patreon patterns, I have it, where's the size chart here? Where have the size chart gone? There are so many things, like I said, so many different styles that you can do. Um, Where's the size chart? Oh my god, it's right here. Jesus, Annie. So my high best measures 37 inches, so that is spot on for a size 10, 37 inches. And then I do a FG cup for that. So I'm going to do starting at a 10 with an FG cup graded to a 36-inch waist. So that's a size 14. So that's like a 2 size difference. So I've cut that out. I am ready to go on that one, and I can start sewing. So those are the two projects that I absolutely 100% have to get done this week. And this has to be done by Friday. And then I have one more project that I need to get done as well. It's not really a sewing project. This one, I'm going to make some little badges to wear to the museum opening for our family members. I was talking to them. We were talking, kind of reminiscing about things when we were younger and when Dad was still alive. And so right before my mom and dad got married, we went to camping at his reservation for the first time. Um, and My mom wasn't quite sure what to expect. We were going to be there for, 5 nights or something like that. It was for 4th of July. So I think it was like, oh, 5 days and 4 nights. I don't know, whatever. Big ceremony, 4 night ceremony. And so we were going there for the first time. And my mom wasn't quite sure what to expect. And so she had my dad draw. My dad was a great artist. Had my dad draw a rabbit. Um, and then she had a friend paint the rabbit onto t-shirts for us. So I had one, my sister had one, my cousin had one, and my mom had one, and then my dad had one. And so I am the only one though left who has her shirt. So this is clean. I just actually did wash it, but it has like 40-year-old strawberry stains on it, and those don't come out. So this is what the shirt looks like. Actually like 45-year-old strawberry strains. So it is, like I said, it's got a little bunny on it. And on the back it had our names, and so everyone had their name on it, and then it said I belong to Bun. Funny story about my name: when I was little, my name is spelled kind of strange, but I could not make an I, so I got angry and took the I out and added an extra N, and then I would get very angry at people for calling me Anne because my name is Annie. Anyways, so I belong to Bun. That is what it said. So I am going to make some little button badges. I ordered this um, to make some button badges here. Gonna take a photo of the bunny rabbit and make some button badges for our family. They all thought that would be a real nice thing to have. So I'm going to do those as well. I've got to make several of those. So those are all my projects that I have to get done for next week. The first one by Monday, and then these others by Friday. Let's see, we are already 17 minutes in. Let's wrap this up as quick as we can here. Okay, so things that have come into the sewing room this week. Not a lot other than my Betty Boop fabric. We did go on Saturday. My daughter wanted to go to our favorite thrift store. It is an amazing shop that deals only, basically, it's just crafting heaven. They have sewing stuff and crafting stuff, and that's all that they do there. And so I picked up some stuff. I was actually a very good girl, and I only spent $41.21, which is for me very, very reasonable. And I picked up a few things. I picked up just only 3 packages of pre-made hem facing. I had some singles of these colors in my stash, and 2.5 yards is frankly not enough to hem a single skirt of mine. Because I had singles of these already, I picked up a couple more. So now at least I've got 5 yards of each and could maybe hem a skirt. I picked up 4 packages of my favorites, size 10 sewing needles. I talked about how much I love these in my 10 sewing tools I can't live without video that came out, I think on Wednesday. So I picked up 4 packages of those. I picked up a package of just like lobster clasps, because you never know when you might need those. And I picked up some of those little light bulb, what are they called? Safety pins, those light bulb kind. These are obviously great as stitch markers when you're knitting, stuff like that. They're also great for marking fronts and backs of your fabric. Then I found this box of buttons, has never been opened. It's just some plastic buttons, but all fun colors. I thought these would be great for some of my Disney makes. This was $6, so you can't beat that for all of those buttons. And then I was able to find some Perfect Fuse, which is interfacing that's typically used for tailoring. Um, it's really nice. It feels like flannel. It's a real nice kind of softer, woven interfacing. So it's, something that's a little more high quality, but that will add that little bit of structure into, more tailored styles. So that was $2.75. And yeah, picked up that. And then I picked up, I love old sewing fitting books. This one's not too old. This is from 1998. This is the Palmer and Pletch Fit Expert, so Fit for Real People. And I absolutely love these. I don't know about you, but as my body has changed as I've gotten older, um, I have to fit things differently. Things do not fit quite like they used to on me. And so having a book like this in my collection is always great. So like right here, it's like low in back, high in front. So you have a flat derriere with a full tummy. So, just being able to, have this and work out fit issues for the lumps and bumps that I'm not used to is a great thing. And then last but not least, I purchased a a whole bunch. I think I got like we counted them out because they're 75 cents each. I think it was like 25 zippers. I know I just bought a whole bunch of zippers from Joann's as well. But most of these anyways, are vintage zippers. Most of them are metal teeth, which I love, and some colors that I did not have in my stash or have very limited colors in my stash. So I picked those up as well. And that is everything that I picked up. As far as what I have been up to just in my personal life, it has been a lot of um, job interviews. So I had 2 job interviews, plus I had to take a test for a third job. So that took up a lot of time this week. Saturday evening, we took one of my friends out for her birthday. So that, Saturday basically, I didn't have any time to sew. And then I Wednesday, one of my friends, a dear friend, we were best friends in high school and junior high. She is down visiting from another state. She's visiting her family here in California. So we met up. We went to see the exhibit on my dad. She was really close with my dad, so she really wanted to see that. So we went to do that, had lunch. Um, yeah, so that has left me with very limited time. Basically, I just had time on Sunday, and then one day I had time to trace everything out for my patterns, and one day to cut them out, and that's it. So yeah, I guess that's everything. Is longer than I wanted it to be. Of course, we are looking at 22 or so minutes. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of these videos, go ahead and hit subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at historically fashioned, which is the same thing that I am here. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. I hope wherever you are in the world, you have a fantastic day, you have a fantastic week, and you are able to indulge in all of your creative endeavors. Bye.